Oh, right today. How you doing?
Nick, you were pretty aggressive today in going for the 2-point conversions. You went for a couple of 4th downs. I'm curious, how do you balance like wanting to be aggressive with maybe looking at the results, like you weren't converting them?
Yeah, we've done pretty good at those in the past. And so you always think about everything. You think about who you have. You think about your past experiences with it. You always look at the analytics of it. And we've been pretty good on those. Today they did a good job. And so I'll look at everything. But everything in the moment, I'm always doing what I think's best for the football team. And today it didn't work, but that's the way it goes. That's the hat I have to wear, right? When we get a 4th down and we convert a 4th down, we're not, it's nothing's really said. When we don't, I understand that there's going to be questions. But again, I have to be able to have the balls to do that, really, at the end of the day, and say, am I doing everything I can do to help us win the game? And in those moments, I thought I was, but I'll go back and relook at them. I'm always going to be hypercritical of myself. And when it doesn't work, I'm definitely going to think even more about it. So, just happy with the way the guys played. I thought we played with great fundamentals today. I'll be interested to see what our tackling numbers are coming out of today. But I thought Zach Bond tackled his butt off. I thought Reed had some good tackles. Coop. So I'll look at that. I thought we caught the ball well. I mean, there were some unbelievable catches, both offensively and defensively. With a lot of things that we talk about, we took the ball away well. I'll get some clarification on Saquon's fumble, but I thought we took care of the ball, and Jalen did a great job taking care of the football. I thought our fundamentals that we worked so hard on were really on point today, which helped us get the win today. It's tough to win.
What do you think Saquon's backward hurdle?
It was the best play I've ever seen, I had no choice but to give him, like, at the end of the game, I've been given a game ball this year, just like for special plays. Obviously, Nakobe gets one, ends the game with I guess, would you call it a walk-off interception? I guess you call it that. Even though you got to take 3 knees after, they should allow you just to go to the next play. But Saquon's play, there's going to be what I think's so cool. There's going to be kids all over the country and all over Philadelphia. I really think about that, trying to make that play and talking about that play and like simulating that play as they play backyard football or pee-wee football. Like, they ain't gonna be able to make it because that play. I think he's the only one in the world that could do that. I thought it was. I'm speechless. Like, it was unbelievable. And the way the crowd, it brought the crowd, and then when I looked up, like, I thought I saw what I saw, and then I looked at, but as a coach, you're looking at the line. Sometimes you're looking at the secondary, you're looking at the defense, and so I thought I saw it, but then when I looked up at the big screen, and the crowd reacted to it, it was unbelievable. I can't say enough, like, how athletic he is.
Aside, is he better than you thought he was now that you have him?
We knew how good we knew he was special. Just when you're preparing to play against special players in this league, they tend to take so much of your time up, of you thinking about them and you preparing to stop them. So we knew he was special. I think when you're around him on a daily basis, I think it's safe to say, yes, Jeff, that he's even more special than I could even imagined. And it's with everything, though. Like, I can't say enough about Saquon, the leader, the worker, the teammate. It was just unbelievable, that play. So I think it's fair to say that he's even more special than I even thought.
We saw AJ leave the field in the third quarter before the offense had gone onto the field. Can you just help explain that sequence there?
Yeah, obviously I'm going to get more information. I haven't met with the medical staff yet, and so I'll get more information here on him. Hope he's okay. He's obviously one of our best players, and we missed him out there. I thought Devontae did an unbelievable job in his absence. We have 2 go-to guys, and Devontae, got even more, balls his way, and he made some unreal plays. I heard the catch that he made in the back of the end zone, and then Jahan's catch. My goodness, there were some plays today that will live on in the sports world of Philadelphia for a long time, because they were just great individual plays by these guys that you can talk about the fundamentals of how you catch things and how you get to your back when you're going to the ground and this and that. But, like, man, for him to get his hand on it, that's 2 weeks in a row that Jalen's made it, put a perfect ball on him, in tight coverage, and that Smitty's made a spectacular play. And so, man, I just thought there were some special plays made, and we haven't even talked about the defense yet. Who's got a defensive question?
Was Bryce Huff healthy, and if so, what went into his limited usage?
Bryce came off the field after walkthroughs. Again, won't talk too much about injuries, but his hand was bothering him, and he was getting treatment in the locker room after not walkthroughs, after warm ups, and so we were trying to protect him there.
When it comes to the linebacker play you've gotten right now out of Zach and out of Nakobe, what are your thoughts about that? And were you expecting this type of level of play for these two when you first?
I think we've all the moment we drafted Nakobe, I think the excitement was there. I remember coming down with you guys in there, and I was yelling about it, how excited we were. And it's been a long road. He's had to battle. One, he was behind two really good players that, when he was a rookie, and he played on special teams, and then last year he had an injury, that sidelined him. And so I think we've all just had a ton of confidence in Nakobe, and he continues to get better. I can't remember if I told you guys this or not, but there's a night that he's in there just grinding. I think one thing that makes Nakobe special is his mind and his leadership, and he's constantly working on that. Like, I'm walking downstairs one evening late, and he's still in there watching tape, and so he's got a special work ethic, which allows him to make special plays like he did today. And then Zach Bond, I think that he's just a really good athlete. And he's really worked on, I know he was a great special teams player for the Saints and did some of the things that we're doing with him now. But then, he's such a good athlete that he gets guys down in the open field. He makes great tackles. He's nice. Now he's taking the ball away, and with, special plays. That catch was really good catch. And so, the linebackers are the guys that are getting everybody on the same page. They're in a lot of plays, and I think our guys are doing good. And I think our backups, we got a lot of confidence in them as well. And so it's so much fun when you get to the work that you do in the dark, shows up in the light. And I really see that from those two guys of all the work that they've put in.
You mentioned they got the two stops on the 2-point conversions on the two sneaks, and then you had a fourth that I think it was like inches. My perspective, inside one. You didn't run a sneak on that. Were they doing something?
Yeah, they did.
That sort of made you lose confidence in it.
They did a good job. I mean, anytime you get stuffed on it, you think twice and you try to go a different route. And they got us. I thought they did a good job of it. We're going to have to do a better job as coaches, helping them succeed. We've worked really hard at that play. That play's been our bread and butter, and it didn't work tonight. And so, what do we do as coaches? That's the first thing we're going to look. We'll look at the tape, see where we made a mistake, but then, as far as execution, but we're going to look at ourselves as coaches first and see what we can do to help them out in those scenarios. And again, you always, hindsight, you look through it and you say, shoot, we didn't get it here. Now the third time we did it, obviously we didn't run that play. We tried to get around the outside, and it didn't work. So we'll be hypercritical on ourselves. But good job to Jacksonville for getting that play stopped, because not a lot of, to be quite honest with you, not a lot of people have been able to stop that, and they did a good job. And we're going to probably have to be ready to see that again.
Two more, please.
Two rookie defensive backs play at this level as an offensive guy. How rare is that?
I just go back to how calm and cool that these guys are. And going back to Q, when we watched him at the Senior Bowl, he wanted to, when we watched the tape of the Senior Bowl, he didn't back down to anything, and that's all I've seen. He's just calm. He's confident in himself. He's a really good football player. And then the same thing with Coop. I think Coop has just this competitive energy, and I think they're both energy givers, and they're making a lot of plays, and that's huge, right? And so I think, like, I look back on, a couple of the draft pick, like Will Shipley makes an unbelievable play on special teams today. Like, the draft picks are doing a great job, and then we talk about Zach Bond and what he's done, as far as a free agent. So I just feel like we've added to our team. How he's done a great job of adding to our football team and helping us get better. And that's and so just again pumped for those guys, 33 and 27. Just they're playmakers, and hopefully we get to see them here in Philadelphia for a long time.
In these last 4 weeks, how much has the success of the running game helped out the defense as well?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. I think when you're able to, like, we were able to extend the drive. Now we gave the ball back to them, but in Cincinnati we had the ball for a long time where the defense didn't have to go back on the field, so I think it all plays together. And I think we've been explosive in the run game. Anytime you rush for over 200 yards. It takes everybody. I think there was, offensive line, and Saquon's going to get a majority of the credit, as they should. But then there's this outside zone we run to the side of Smitty, and Smitty's so tough and physical. And I know it's crazy to say, he's 175 pounds, and he's physical, and he got a great block on the perimeter to help. So it takes everybody. So when you're running the football like that and you're playing defense like that, that just shows you team, and that's. Again, it's the best teams that win, not the best groups of individuals. So I'm really proud of those guys for that.
Zach, 17 touchdown run. What made that the right call, and why did that work?
Good call by Kellen, right? I mean, a lot of preparation goes into that. I think sometimes you can put the tape on, and sometimes you look at it as a game flow, and you watch the game in the flow, and sometimes you watch cut-ups, right? I mean, that's just coaching, right? And so when you get to the 3rd and 15. You watch it intently and see what the right calls are there. You're not really expecting that you're getting many of those, but we gave it to a special player. The offense line did special things. I'm sure that we got good perimeter blocking there. I didn't see it. I just I'll look at the tape, but I'm sure tomorrow when you ask me, I'm going to say, yeah, this guy did a good job on the perimeter, and then Saquon's so explosive. So I just thought Kellen made a great call in that area. I know Kevin Patullo has a lot to do with that call as well. I know he's run that play in the past. And so, man, I can't say enough about our coaches. The job Kellen's doing, the job Stout's doing, the job Vic's doing, the job Kevin Patullo's doing, Christian Parker. I can't go through and say everyone. Bobby King, Clint Hurt, Wash, Jason Michael, Jamal Singleton. They're just doing a good job of coaching these guys, and how he's made it easier for us to coach these guys, because these guys are good players. So sometimes that's the secret of good coaching, have good players.
All right, thanks. We got Jalen on the hallway.
Thanks, guys.